I think we've always tried to look after the customer. I mean, that's, after all, what we're all about. Try to treat them the way we'd like to be treated. We've been blessed with many good people working for us. We've always tried to give them an opportunity to grow with the organization. We've been rewarded by their service to us and the service to our customers. It's really a kind of a philosophy. Came from my parents, who were hard workers but good people. Believed in caring for other people. And, you know, it comes through. You can talk about caring, but it'll show in the way you conduct yourself. It shows in the way we conduct ourselves with our business. We're not going to fool our customers. They'll know if we're sincere, and we are. I think a lot of our future is based on opportunities that come along. We never know where the next opportunity is going to be. We were one of the first Hyundai dealers in the country, and one of the first Acura dealers, one of the first Saturn dealers. We're always looking for new franchises. Sometimes they work out, like Hyundai has done very well. Sometimes they don't work out, like Saturn. But we're always on the lookout for an opportunity. We always want to be sure that it's a good product. We hope that the manufacturer's views and who are taking care of the customer are like ours. We try to establish that before we form a relationship. But I think we just have to kind of pick our spots. Right now I'm involved very much with grandchildren, and they're in college, and trying to help them discover what they might want to do. Try to be a resource for them is what I do personally. Jeff, as they say, is very much like me. I think he probably is. He's probably inherited some of my faults. I know he has, but fortunately some of my better characteristics. Absolutely. Very hard-working guy, very fair person, very family-oriented, very customer-oriented. Smart, level-headed, honest, all the things you'd like to see in a son. I'm very proud of him, as I am all my family. Hopefully 50 years from now, they say we've been a company that's in business almost 150 years, and there's been something that's kept this company going all this time. They were based on values that we still adhere to. Very basic things, but there's a difference between being successful and not. Taking care of the customer, considering the customer, what the customer needs, fulfilling customer needs, being innovative, trying to find new ways, trying to find ways to save people time. Time will probably be just as precious 50 years from now as it is today. Anything we could do to save a customer time is well worth our time and his. Mm-hmm. I think one has to decide what one wants to do because there's many different opportunities in a car business. I mean, there's finance and insurance, there's parts department, service department, body shop, car sales. We're an interesting business because we're many businesses in one. So the first thing, I think, is to decide where you think your interests are. And then learn, figure out what you need to know to be successful. But a lot of it is a work ethic. You know, I was asked the other day by a manager, what's the most important thing you look for when you hire a person? That's a very interesting question. And you know, it's taken me a lot of years to figure that out, but I think I know the answer. The most important thing is a pattern for success. If someone's been successful in the things they've done, whether it was school or jobs they may have had coming up, there's a good chance that they will continue to be successful. But if they haven't been successful, there's always a reason why it didn't work out. You know, the boss didn't like me, somebody else was ahead of me, whatever. There's always an excuse. Chances are they're not going to work out. So I would say someone in this business or any other business, do the best you can, be successful. And if you don't like what you're doing or you see another opportunity, chances are you'll shift and you'll be successful in the next job. And each job that you get into, you learn that much more, and you never stop learning. And I learn something new every day, believe me. And if I didn't, I'd be unhappy. So it might sound simplistic, but a lot of it is an attitude and a work ethic. Well, that's an interesting question. He probably wouldn't be too surprised. He was always a very forward-thinking person. He could really adjust, and so I know he would be pleased the way as he would learn more about how we do things. I think he'd be pleased with the way that we operate. I know he'd be pleased to know that we have a lot of employees that have not only been with us but have grown with us, because he was always trying to help people grow. Even strangers that would meet him. People would come in the service department and ask my dad to ride with him because he was a master technician to find out a squeak or a rattle or something. They really only wanted to talk with him. They get him aside and they ask him a personal question. I've had people come to the house and talk to him. As a kid, I would listen. And some of the things I learned, not my dad talking to me, but talking to these other people. And I learned some really interesting things. So he was always interested in seeing people move ahead, and I think we'd be pleased with not only with the size of our organization, but that we have promoted within and tried to bring people along, do the kind of things that you're doing. He would be very pleased with that. Wonderful. Well, certainly the Automotive Service Excellence is a program that I helped form. I was the chairman and first chairman and a founder of that organization. The National Automotive Technicians Educational Foundation, which tests and certifies automotive vocational curricula, has improved the standards of vocational automotive schools all across the country. I think that has been a great help to the industry. I was very much involved in changing the warranty program in 1977. The warranties were very unfairly being monitored by and enforced by the manufacturer. They didn't pay us enough money for our labor or our parts. They would make us save the parts and scrap them, and then they would say, well, there's nothing wrong with this part, and you won't pay the claim. There was a lot of things going on, and I was very much involved in getting that information and getting it to the right people. I got it to Tom Murphy, the chairman of the board of General Motors, in a convincing way, and as a result, the whole warranty picture changed. And the way I changed it was to show him why it was to his advantage to make the change. They weren't going to change it just to be nice to us. Right. Manufacturers, unfortunately, aren't that way. It had to be to his advantage. And I convinced him because I had on tape 3 service managers, good service managers, who were speaking from the heart, saying how unhappy they were with the warranty situation. And I said, Mr. Murphy, if your customer comes in with a warranty job and they're greeted by somebody who feels this way about it, what chance is there that he's going to get a good service experience there? Very little. So it's to your advantage to change that attitude, so they'll be happy to see a person come in with warranty work and take care of them. And he bought it, and he did it, changed the whole industry. He started paying a customer labor rate, gave us a fair return on parts. Hasn't been a problem since. So I think that was, there's probably a few other things if I think about it long enough.
Wonderful.
I think pride comes with a sense of accomplishment. When you accomplish something, you have a certain amount of pride. When I sold a car, I feel good, I feel proud. I took care of a customer service problem, I feel good, I feel proud. I helped an employee get something he wanted, I feel good, I feel proud. These little bitsy things of pride are what makes the picture not so much a big, huge accomplishment. Yeah, I've done some things, and we talked about that, but there are little things here and there that give you a sense of, maybe a sense of accomplishment more than pride. Yeah, I got it done.